The Board of Commissioners recently received an update from Wake County Human Services on the implementation of the NC-FAST program here in Wake County. NC-FAST is a program designed to improve the way the state's Department of Health and Human Services and county departments do business. However, due to an overwhelming demand of services coupled with technical glitches to the system, Wake County staff has experienced a backlog of cases, which has required additional staff and overtime to catch up. The system is constantly being updated by converting and consolidating information into the integrated system that is intended to improve efficiency. With us to talk about NC-FAST is Liz Scott, Assistant Social Services Division Director for Wake County Human Services. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I guess NC-FAST, it's a software program issued by the state. What were the goals for this software, and what was the intended purpose when it first began to roll out?
The intent of this technology really is to improve access for customers that are trying to apply for different kinds of economic services benefits. People can now apply online from their homes or from other locations to avoid having to come to our office. The other intended benefit of this system will be to consolidate all of the economic benefits into one system.
And what did the county do in preparation for the implementation of NC-FAST for food and nutrition services?
Well, we did a lot of training of our staff. They had to really learn an entirely new way to work because it's very different from the way they did business in the past. We knew that we would have a need to convert a lot of data, so we hired temporary staff. We mandated overtime for our staff because we wanted to try to be as caught up as possible when we went live in the new system.
Implementing any new system, especially when you're talking about technology, it can become very taxing and very challenging. What problems has staff experienced during the implementation?
Well, we have had really a number of problems. As you said, with any new system, there are going to be technical glitches as it's rolled out, and we certainly saw that. We saw slowness of the system, and we saw glitches that didn't allow people to get their cases to go all the way through. We also have a tremendous demand here in Wake County, and so we got behind because of the large numbers of people who are applying for benefits.
How can residents in need of these services make sure that the process, what can they do to help staff make sure that this process rolls as smoothly as possible?
Well, we are contacting people that need to provide us with additional information before we can process their case. We're doing this by phone calls, by emails, any way we know that we could get in touch with them. And if they have been contacted by us, we are asking that they bring in or contact us and get us the information as soon as possible so that we can get their benefits to them.
And we can never say this too many times. If someone from Wake County Human Services calls you about your application, answer the phone or return a phone call or reply by email. So important.
Very important. People can fax us information, they can email us information, they can bring it to us, but the important thing is we're trying to make the deadline, and we want them to respond as quickly as possible so they can receive their benefits.
And for residents that may be watching and are in need of assistance with their current status, or if they are new to the system, where can they get help?
Well, if they're new to the system, they can always apply online at epass.nc.gov. That's how they can file an application. If they have a question about their case, they can of course call our main number, which is 212-7000, but they can also email us, and I'm going to give you the email address, and that is mysocialservicescase@wakegov.com. And that way they can email the question instead of trying to call. Sometimes it's very difficult to get through on the phone, and their question will be answered.
Well, Liz Scott with Wake County Human Services, thank you so much for being here to share with us an update on NC-FAST.
You're welcome.